Welcome to Grin and Grin, where a group of us sit around ye old table playing Dungeons and Dragons. My name is Eric. I will be your dungeon master for this chapter of our tale, playing in my homebrew world as always. On the continent of Alteratus are the players. To my right we have...
I'm Katie, playing Arcane, a tiefling rogue who is tired of magical organizations.
And I'm Brian, playing Kelbrix Goldfound, a human grave cleric, and he's happy to have a holy symbol back again.
And I'm Jason, playing Gorath Thunderfist, a Goliath fighter. I'm happy to no longer be as confused as I have been lately. It's starting to get a little bit better for old Gorath.
Last we left off, you guys had just arrived at Demon's Gate after having words with Solaris, brother of Ari, brokering a little bit of a deal, if you will, learning a little bit about certain organizations and things that could or could not be, and still leaving you yet utterly confused as to who and what is going on and who to trust. So, you find yourselves outside the Demon's Gate as a guard has shouted at you in the evening time as the sun is going down. Who goes there and what business do you have? What would you like to do?
Gorath.
We're travelers, looking for a place to stay for the evening, and looking for a place with excellent red meat, and I assure you will be heavily rewarded if you can point me towards a tavern with such a mighty thing.
How many are in your party?
4.
Table for 4. There's a brief moment, it's a little uncomfortable silence, and then the massive gates will open up, ushering you into the town of Demon's Gate.
Holy shit, that worked.
I am going to put my hood up if it wasn't already up.
Alright. So the town is, as you can see on the map, it is kind of in the canyon or a canyon-like structure between the base of the Demon Spine Mountain and kind of some rock formations and plateau. The plateaus are about anywhere between 60 to 85 feet up. And there are like small pockets of buildings collected here and there that create the city. The bulk or mass amounts of buildings are on kind of the far eastern side, where the second gate that would lead you into the actual Demon Spine Mountains located. There are a few points of interest here that Gorath could probably tell you about. Even Sindra would be able to name drop a couple because she knows. There are the western overlooks and the eastern overlooks, which are located on the top of the rock plateaus. And those are more of your middle class to lower class kind of hovels or dwellings as they reside on the top. There's a few businesses and establishments located up there. They traverse the rope bridges that kind of can be seen hanging in various levels as you travel below on the sacrum carriageway, which is kind of the road leading in. There is a building called the Gate Town of Bookery, which is the town's kind of collection of books and novelty items. There's the Bazaar, which is located kind of in the middle point of the city itself, which has an eclectic grouping or collection of various meats, vegetables, and goods, and wares, and weapons, and all those things. The next point of interest is the Demon's Pit Fighters Guild. It is the largest fighters guild located in Alteratus. And the final probably note that Sindra would be able to kind of point out would be the Architect's Plateau, which is located on the very top of the one of the large stone plateaus. It actually is a plateau on a plateau, if you will. And it kind of elevates to about 120 to 150 feet above ground level. And then, as stated before, there is a large group of stone and iron gates, much like you entered into at the very far end of Demon's Gate, and it is called the White Walk Gate, which leads you into the Demon Spine Mountains to the monk. What are they called? Help me out here.
The White Walkers?
Not what. I mean, yes and no. They're what monks. What are they called? I can't think of them. My brain just
monastery or a
thank you,
monk?
like a monk monastery of monks that are in the monastery is called White Walk, and there's a group of monks that reside in the hills that are considered like protectors of certain things. That's what I should be able to fill in. These monks have developed the ability to dream walk as well.
Oh.
So they would be like, I think the class is dream walking monks or something like that.
Something like that.
Right.
Fancy.
So that being said, welcome to Demon's Gate. Explore at your risk.
Yeah. Well,
We should find a place to lodge for the evening. It is late, is what Sandra will say. I'm going to need some supplies. She looks around. She literally has the clothes off her back.
so we can certainly help with that. Let's see if we can find an inn in the walls.
There are several, and they will not be hard to find. In the first kind of collection of buildings there, you'll be able to locate 3 inns. There'll be one located in this kind of cluster collection of buildings, one in this direction here, and there'll even be one kind of located here. Standard inn prices won't be too much differences. It's just more where do you want to stay kind of preference. Like 3 to 4 silver for a night's rest. There's a nearby stable where you can stable the horses, and it'll actually be located in this cluster of buildings here.
Okay.
There's several different places to eat.
There's some actual money in there too, right?
I don't think so.
There should be a little bit left over, I think.
Is there a little bit
because
left over?
yeah,
Yeah, there is a little bit left over.
So we can go to something else.
Sure. 2 platinum pieces, a couple gold. Looks like 2 platinum pieces, 1 gold, 2 silver, 3 electrums.
all right. So I would say for the 2 platinum pieces, if you guys wanted to donate that, would pretty much replenish just about all of her gear that she had, except for the elven chain.
I mean, I should just kept that when I stole it off her.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. So if you would donate that to the bank, we'll just say for time's sake, while kind of searching for your hand, you guys would have. We'll say that.
Some stuff in there.
Does anybody want to take her shopping? Like, does anybody want to take her shopping?
Yes.
Okay, so you and her,
I'm going
Ari.
to. I need to go look for some armor
Oh,
as
well,
well.
there we go. Okay,
Well,
so,
it looks like we're all looking for armor.
there we go. All right,
Why not?
all right. So that settles that.
Shopping episode.
We'll all go shopping.
Yeah, I love these episodes.
I mean, we could go to the bookery and find another fine book of festivals and holidays.
You slow down there, buddy. You got enough festivals to attend. All right, we get to the handbook.
Just dump your whole bag out.
I haven't kept track of what I actually have, so
Oh.
I kind of needed to.
So you're gonna find in this section of the city that you're currently in, you will be able to find basic armors, gear, and some basic weaponry. If you're looking for something a little bit nicer on the upper tier of like weapons, gear, etc., you're gonna need to go more towards the eastern section of the city. So the choice will be up to you. everything Cinderoni will be located. It can be got here. Yes.
I would like to try and find some studded leather.
Studded leather you can acquire some here. There's a armory that'll be able to provide you with some shields and armor, basic armors. Studded leather is good to go.
Apparently not.
So the price on the armor for the studded is, they've got it listed for about 45 gold pieces. That's what it's looking like.
Can I try?
Yeah, sure. You can always.
Trade mine as well?
Okay, what kind of armor do you have?
Just normal leather.
Standardized leather, so they'll give you about 5 gold traded value.
40.
So yeah, so if you swap these around with it, it'll just be 40 for the studded.
Good. Got that.
We do also have, a bunch of gems.
Oh yeah.
And scrolls that you can trade or sell too, if you want to keep it up to you.
Yeah.
I figured you and Syndra could look through the scrolls.
Mostly Syndra.
Syndra can utilize or use probably most of those scrolls.
We've got Disintegration, Antipathy or Sympathy, Hollow, Earthquake, and Protection from Good and Evil.
Well, those are all very important spells.
So I would like to keep those.
Yes.
And then 5 Tears from the Singing Swamp for 100 gold each.
Yeah, so you have about 500 gold there.
Yes. As for right now, I will trade in my armor for platinum.
Gotcha. Exchange is made. There will be something interesting that you see as you're looking in there. That is a small buckler shield. That would be nice. It would give you a +1 instead of a +2 of a shield, but obviously a buckler you can kind of strap onto your forearm or whatever. Use in your hand combat or whatever. It's up to you. It looks like it's about 8 gold, which may be a little high in your mind, but it's the first one you've seen while traveling around Alteratus.
Look at it real quick. Get back to you.
Sure. Gorath?
I think I'm gonna just do studded leather as well.
45 gold pieces.
Trade in my leather, so for 40.
40.
Yep.
Sure. Same deal.
Alright.
They're definitely willing to accept trades. They can repurpose and rework the other orders. Kelbrix, anything?
Do they have any potions of healing?
You would need to go on the eastern side of town for that. That's more of a
We have
specialty type.
one left.
Yeah, we have the supreme healing. I will trade in my scale mail that is partially damaged.
Yes, so they will give you about 20 gold pieces for the scale mail.
Cool.
Does that shield have a specific name, or is it just shield?
I literally just made it up.
Okay.
They technically don't have a buckler in D&D. It's just one shield, which would be a +2.
Okay.
So you could just click shield and then modify it.
Yeah.
It's only going to be a +1.
If I'm looking at this shield, if I had it, would I still be able to do 2-weapon fighting, or is it
Yes.
counted as holding?
You can use it as 2-weapon fighting.
Okay, then yeah, I want to
Yeah.
get that.
Yep.
So, you said it was 8?
8 gold pieces. It is made of a combination of steel and leather straps. Pretty, size-wise, it's probably about the size of a large dinner plate, maybe a little bit longer.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, you can hold it in your hand. It's got enough for you to hold it in your hand, or you can slide it up on your forearm and kind of use it. It will gain you a +1 to your AC. And it will allow you to 2-weapon fight and 2-hand fight this. Breaks my heart. Okay. She will also acquire some. She will travel to or ask someone they would like to go to a jeweler shop or a something like that. She's going to try to acquire a new focus so that she can kind of channel her magics through, which she will be directed to go to the eastern side of town for that more specialized item.
Sure. I'll along.
Yeah, I mean, I want to pick up a couple potions, so...
So if there's nothing else you guys want to look around here...
Should we assume any weapons I want to trade in just half value?
You're going to get about half price on them unless you want to try to haggle, which can be positive or negative.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you want to go ahead and do that and save time and not waste our listeners or viewers' time, that's perfectly fine by me.
Unless Sandra wants my battle axe. But it's just a standard battle axe.
No, with the money she used, she would have acquired a short sword and a dagger.
Okay.
So she's okay for now.
I have a sickle, I believe, if she wants it.
That wasn't one of those that you acquired yourself?
Yeah.
Stolen off the corpses. Tomb Raider. No, I think she'll be okay for now. But she'll tell you should probably hold on to it because she has a tendency to constantly lose her things.
I'll hold on to it then. I have 2 of them.
Yeah. Also, before you leave this kind of section of town, do you want to acquire your lodging, or do you want to travel east and maybe find something a little nicer?
I mean, over here I think would be fine, probably. Maybe a little bit better to be
You sound convinced.
over
I'll
here.
tell you that.
I know, right?
Okay, so there's going to have, you got occupancy in all 3 inns. So there's, each cluster of these buildings over here has occupancy. It's more of preference of where you want to stay. So you got about 3-4 silver pieces a night for kind of basic, simple rooms.
I totally just had a deja vu moment where I had, at one point, like I feel like we've been through the same situation. I said, let's go to inn number 1, and we got ambushed there. So let's go to inn number 3.
Okay, going to
All right.
number 3. So we will say this kind of building right here, this old rooftop building, will be the inn. It's just a simple kind of 2-story building that's been converted into an inn. Several rooms. The innkeepers are just kind of humans, very quaint, probably middle-aged people, very hospitable. So 4 silver will be the price. You guys can pay for how many nights you want. You can throw it into the bank.
4 silver per room?
Yes, per night.
Okay. I mean, do we want to just do 2 and 2, like 2 rooms? 2 and 2?
Sure.
Or do we want to each have our own room? It doesn't matter to me.
Well, here's what we can do. That's what the owner said. You have one big room that has basically like a little nicer than a cot, but it's more for a traveling party. If you feel more comfortable kind of bunking in the same area. Other than that, it would be individual rooms. Like they got little small single bed rooms.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't care.
So it's up to you guys if you want your own room or you want to just bunk in one large kind of open room.
One big room.
Yeah, one big room.
There'll be gold piece. They'll a gold piece for a night for your party, and it can sleep up to there's 5 beds in there, so you got an extra bed for whatever.
And then, do you want to grab me up the 20 gold pieces for their
Oh, yeah.
2 platinums for the
There's too much stuff in
that I had used or sold.
But all the potions are in there.
Yeah, I know.
You can put them out on the table. I just rearranging furniture for season 2, moving stuff there.
You feel rich.
So rooms are required.
Well, room. Room is fine.
Horses. Do you have plans on stabling horses, or are you gonna just keep riding them for a while?
We might as well stable them.
Okay, there's a stable in the center collection of buildings here. Stable your horse for the night is going to be 1 gold per horse per night, which will include grooming, feeding, lodging, etc.
Okay. I'll go ahead and pay that.
1 night.
Okay.
1 night worth.
There you go. So the horses can be stabled at any time. You don't have to stable them, obviously, until you're ready to do that. But you've acquired a stall, whatever, for her and the services.
Mm-hmm.
Also, they will also clean and oil your saddle and stuff too as part of the services.
That's very sweet. What'd you throw in for?
Bought some armor.
Yeah.
Bought some armor.
The armor. Do you need any change in return, or did you just kind of take your trade in?
I do need to get my change. I forgot about that. 5 gold pieces and 2 silver. Thank
Yes.
you very much.
So I know you were trading and selling and bartering.
Yeah.
All right. So lodging acquired. Horse has been stabled. The night is definitely set in. Establishments are open late here. They usually stay open until like midnight, 1 o'clock before things start shutting down. It's probably equivalent to like 9:30, 10. You got plenty of time to explore and do after doing your shopping and doing all this stuff. Is there anything you guys would like to do at this point?
Cinder's going to look for a new home.
She would like to go somewhere to try to acquire it, so yes. So she's looking for like a jeweler or even a place of religious.
She heading into the bazaar.
Didn't think of the bazaar. She was going to travel over to the eastern side where the bulk of the businesses and lodgings.
Well, I'm going looking for food.
Okay.
I'll have some street eats for a minute.
Sure, the bazaar is a great place to go. So, are you riding horse? Or are you going to go ahead and stable?
We'll stable the horse.
All right. As Gorath tells you this and begins to head towards the bazaar to start his food courting, if you will, Gorath, you're going to hear this kind of very deep voice shout loudly at you from a kind of across the street as you hear, Gorath! Oh my gods! And everyone will kind of stop for a second. The two of you, being Kelbrix and Ari, will look across to see an equally large, slightly more muscular Goliath male shouting at Gorath. Gorath, this is an old friend of yours in which you believe to have been forgotten or lost in the time of, I guess you would refer to darkness, of when things went bad in your village. This individual's name, or this Goliath's name, is Gaul. Let me double check his last name. Reinhardt. Gaul Reinhardt. And he moves over very quickly to you. And you can see that he is dressed in kind of like leather sandals. He has kind of a bit of like a loincloth kind of design, but it's not quite as revealing, like it's kind of worked into his motif. He has definitely adapted the fighter culture. Like he has kind of tattoos on his chest, arms, the typical kind of tribal tattoos and paintings on his face, much like you have. He has definitely matured and developed since the last time you've seen him. He was a little bit more scrawnier the last you hung with him. And you guys had done a lot of things through your youth, so you know him as a childhood friend. He comes strolling up, and he's probably an inch or two taller than Gorath, which is, like I said, he's a little more girthier to him. My friend, where have you been?
Look at you. You're spreading your wealth around, dressing all nice and fancy.
Oh, they're nothing. They're nothing. He sticks his arm out for a good clasping forearm shake.
Think you survived.
As they clasp forearms, the two of you swear you hear a rumble of thunder. As they go, wow. Yes, I have survived. I've made a home here. I'm part of the Fighters Guild, he says. You should come join. There's a great tournament coming, a fighters tournament. The prize is 1,000 platinum. That's what I say.
1,000 platinum.
That's correct.
That's pretty impressive.
By this time tomorrow night, I mean, you can come and pay the entry fee tonight, and the tournament starts tomorrow. Some of the greatest fighters from Alteratus have come far and wide to partake in this tournament. The champion will be there himself.
The champion is me. Of course I'll be there.
Just remember, the entry fee, it's 100 gold pieces to enter.
100 gold pieces. That's a pretty good scam already.
I'm not scamming you. It's worth every penny if you can fight, which I'm sure you can.
So, what all entails into this fighting tournament? What?
It's simple. You pay money, you fight. You win, you keep going. The last man standing, you win the money.
I really don't care for money, but this has me intrigued.
Well, there is a title. You get to become the champion.
Yes. Alright. Yes. When and where do I need to sign up by?
Well, you can sign up anytime between now and tomorrow before the fight. The fight starts at 8 p.m. sharp, is what I'll say. After that, you can't enter in. So make sure you get in as soon as you can.
Sounds like a wonderful idea, friend.
Who knows? Perhaps we will fight for the championship.
Oh, these mountains are not strong enough to handle something like that.
Agreed. They both party laugh. And people are like looking at. The two of you can clearly see this.
I'm gonna kind of slide up next to Gorath and be like, "Who's the current champion?"
Oh, the current champion? Oh, it's an earth genasi by the name of Stone. That's what I'll say. He's a tough one. And bring your finest armor and gear and weaponry. You'll need it, is what I'll say.
Genasi, they are not to be trifled with.
No, he's a cunning warrior. He has earned the championship for sure. There's a few newcomers that have entered in this year, but I don't think they're going to go very far.
No, but the Earth Genasi will know why they call me Thunderfist by the time we are finished.
Yes, we shall see. 100 gold, I'll see you later. And he kind of begins to go away.
What are the rules of this fight?
2 men enter, 1 man leave, is what he'll say. Just kidding. He will basically say it's pretty much a no holds barred. You go in and you fight. It's not to the death, but the basic D&D rules are
allowed.
Yeah, like it's pretty much between the fighters. They have ways to kind of curb magic being used. It is fight till you fall. Any weapons, any armor can be used. Straight up fight, essentially. There's different fighting styles and different types of people. Most of them are guild members, so the 100 gold pieces will also kind of get you into the Fighters Guild, if you will. If you're not a member of the Fighters Guild. Any are welcome, is what I'm saying. You're welcome as well. And he looks towards your newly acquired holy symbol, kind of gives you a nod.
Okay. We'll see.
You'll enjoy your evening, is what I'll say.
Oh, we will have fun here.
Oh, I live here. It's always fun, is what he says. And he will head in the direction towards where you guys are coming now. Like he's moving away from you. You guys were heading up towards the east. Mm-hmm. And he went to a nearby shop or a tavern or something like that.
There you go, Ari. There's 1,000 platinum.
I'm not fighting in that. I'll die.
So you guys will travel up towards the bazaar. Are you going to travel with Gorath, or is he doing his own thing?
I mean, we're heading up that way anyways. So
I wasn't sure if you were going to let him do his own thing and you do your own, or just kind of like hit the bazaar and all you kind of work together and then...
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, you're just looking for red meat, right?
I'm just looking for food at this point. Red meat would be preferable.
There is plenty of food in the bazaar, and you can smell it about 200 feet before you get there. There is all manners of fried meats, desserts, yes, fried desserts, regular, non-fried desserts, fruits, vegetables, red meats, chickens, fish. Like, there's an assortment of food staples and stalls, along with trinkets, baubles, various peddlers of weaponry, potions, etc., etc.
How we question marks. You can get a weapon upgraded to be +1, right?
You can.
How much does that cost?
It's like, I'm pretty sure 1,000 gold or 100 platinum can upgrade it.
So
And
many.
it gets more, you go to a +2, it's more, and 3, it's a lot more.
So many.
It is.
And I'm assuming that's still cheaper than just buying a better weapon.
Well, I mean, you could buy a +1 weapon, and basically it's still 1,000
Yeah.
plus the weapon's price. Now, you can always attempt to barter. It is kind of a challenge to find someone willing to kind of discount the craftsmanship and work it takes.
You have that nice trident?
Yeah, but I want to keep the trident.
Collector of all weapons, Ari.
It probably has some good value
It's
to
a
it.
+2 trident.
It is.
That's
I mean, I guess if I can't actually use it.
That sounds like a good thing to trade for a weapon that you're looking
Yeah, there's plenty of food.
we'll come
keep
up
going.
with we'll just come up with
will-
a dollar amount and
You will literally,
coin amount.
let's just say you spend 2 gold,
Okay.
and you will get meat on a stick. You will get all kinds of different, like, fried chickens, or, like a fried pie. There will be plenty of red meat that you can consume and purchase.
Gorath is not much for city folk, but I do love coming to cities to eat the food.
Yes. And as a matter of fact, this particular bazaar will have been in your festivals book as
Sure.
one place to visit before you're killed or die.
Before I sell this trident, does anybody actually want it?
I don't think I can really use it. I mean, well, actually, I can use it now, technically.
I can use it now. Don't get rid of it.
Is it a one-handed or a two-handed?
Either or.
No. I mean, yeah, technically I can use it because now I am being, as a war cleric, I have access to literally all weapons and armor I can use. But, I'm good.
It's
You-
+2,
you can-
it's 1, 2, handed or
you can go ahead and it's okay.
Okay.
I have the Syndra's green flame mace.
I'll double check. I'm pretty sure we've got. It goes +1. It's uncommon.
It does have, like, other stuff you can do with it, but you have to attune it to water, and you can only use the magic items in the water you attune it to.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Okay. So it's uncommon, rare, and very rare are the +1, +2, +3. So you could probably get a +1 for somewhere up to anywhere between 100 to 500 gold pieces, depending. If you wanted to make it a +2, it's anywhere between 500 to 5,000 gold. And then if you wanted to go maximum +3, it's anywhere between 5,000-ish to 50,000.
Well, I'm still gonna sell this trident.
So the trident is a +2.
Yes.
Okay, so they would probably give you about 2 ways to look at this. You can take the gold value, or they'd be willing to say, we will take the trident in exchange for producing the same effective weapon. So you can take, okay, they'll do that. So they will turn whatever weapon you have into a +2, and they will keep the +2 trident. There'll be one particular person there who's extremely interested in the trident. He's like, oh, absolutely. We'll take that in on trade.
Sure. Here's this rapier. Please make it +2.
And they will do that. It will take a few days. It's going
Okay.
to take a little time to rework it, make it.
Well, it sounds like Gorath wants to have a fight tomorrow night anyway, so sounds like we're staying.
That's not the old one.
And Kelbrix.
The war priest over there.
You know.
These days.
If I
Okay.
get a +2 rapier?
So
Yeah.
they will give you
Done.
kind of a bill of sale, something to represent like a receipt,
Mhm.
and he'll write everything out, put his mark on it. Fair trades, fair swaps. It's good to go. And there's plenty of delicious foods and things that are filling the air for you, making your stomachs rumble. Various drinks, home brews that have been kind of made specifically here in Demon's Gate, as well as some of the more popular brews such as Green Bottle Ale or Frostbeard Ale. They have the Devil's Cut and the Angel Share.
Always go with Devil's Cut.
I don't want to go Devil's Cut anymore.
Always go Devil's Cut.
So, I'm going to say that Cinder will find a place here in which she can acquire a new holy symbol. Not a holy symbol per se, but something she can use as her arcane focus. My apologies. It will be an amulet. The amulet will be. It'll be very similar to the Arcanist symbol, but it's different. I gotta work the details out of my head, but it's gonna be made of gold. There are some similarities. There is an arcane feel about the design of it, and there are some similarities in the design, but it's not quite the Arcanist symbol, if you will.
I still have an Arcanist symbol.
You do.
I will ask her if that would help her.
Before she purchased, she could use it.
I'll ask her if she wants to use it.
Sure, absolutely. She'll take it.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah, okay, and she puts back the piece of jewelry she's going to buy. That person is not happy with you because they lost money.
So sorry. I don't care. Hurt your feelings.
Stupid tieflings always screwing us out of money.
You're welcome. It's somewhere. I'll give it to you.
That's fine, I don't need it. Okay.
Alright.
Anything else you guys wish to do as time is passing?
Like I said, I'd like to buy a potion of healing.
You would be able to find a peddler of potions here, a small little wooden cart that's been kind of set up as a display. Prices are fairly reasonable. You just want a standard potion of healing, and about 48 gold pieces is what they're selling you for. 2 gold cheaper than the standard price.
Hey.
Perfecto.
What do you need?
2 gold. If possible, please.
No.
Thank you.
Oh. Okay. I'm also going to do that.
48 gold.
Make sure this was the right one.
Yeah, I don't take silver. Platinum gold.
2, 3, 4 platinum. 2 gold for me.
48 gold.
She's a tiefling. She's a rogue.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Right.
That's how many you need, right?
1, 3, 4, 5. Here you go. Anything else you want to shop for? Trinkets, baubles, foods. Anybody want to acquire some food? Gorath is probably going to be like, his face is all like greased up from fried meats and cooked foods.
Yes, I'll acquire something.
Some
If there's any left.
Right.
some decent food does sound good, and yeah, that's about it.
So it's like fair food essentially. So a gold piece, if you want, will cover pretty much everything you can.
I'll let you know that down by the sea there is this thing called shrimp. It is amazing. We don't get that up here in the mountains.
This shrimp sounds funny.
Yes. There's another one called lobster, but we lost it in a fire.
Yeah.
We lost to the fire.
It cried. We cried.
We wept many tears, which put the tide of fire out.
Yes. Okay. So bellies are full. Everyone seems to be happy. New objects and items acquired. Syndra fully geared enough for travel.
All right.
Time is getting late. You turn in for the evening to acquire a long rest.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. Peaceful night's sleep in what would, to some standards, or people's standards, would be considered not the most comfortable, but due to the fact that you guys have been like on the road and everything like this, these cots are extremely comfortable and welcomed. You wake up completely regenerated, refreshed, rejuvenated. You just feel like a whole new kind of person.
Sounds fantastic.
Gorath, do you still need to enter into your competition? It's not just Kelbrix. Do you need to enter into your competition?
Maybe.
What's that noise?
Yes, we need to go and put my entry fee in.
Yeah. Why not?
Why not, indeed? It'll be a
For
fun
a chance
time.
of 1,000 platinum.
1,000 platinum.
I'll stand by to carry your dead bodies out.
That sounds fantastic.
Or you should join them.
No.
It's 3 times the chance.
I'm not doing that.
The odds will be in our favor for sure.
Mhm.
What could go wrong?
Exactly. Yeah. I'll go and throw down 100 gold for this fight.
So, the two of you, being Kelbrix and Gorath, will go to the Fighters Guild and to post your entry fee into fight. And Aries, you're kind of like, they've went and done their own thing. You and Syndra will be hanging out doing. What do you think the two of you guys will be doing? Did you want to follow them, or did you kind of do your own thing?
Oh, you can just hand it to me.
Does Gorath have enough?
Oh, yeah. I made sure not to spend
He's been saving all the money for this tournament.
this tournament's ready to fight.
I will see if Syndra has anything else you want to do and down.
She's always willing to kind of go do some down activity shopping if you just want to go browse.
Sure.
Please don't steal anything.
No promises.
All right, so as you guys are paying an entry fee, you're going to receive essentially like a badge or a token that you're now part of the Fighters Guild for entering this tournament.
Yes.
So it'll be a tiny little, like, we'll say it'll be a silver badge, like a pin or a pendant kind of badge that you can wear and brandish. It'll basically have like 2 crossed fists, and like this kind of silhouetted face, like a fighter would make or something. And they will tell you 8 p.m. sharp, tournament.
Tomorrow, right?
Today.
Today.
Yes. You already had a long rest.
Oh, this morning? I
Yes.
missed that. Sorry.
It'd be like mid-morning at this point.
Let's see how many charges I get back. Alright, cool. My mace is fully charged.
There you go. Let me split up our tokens here. So Syndra and you will be over in this area. Let's see.
So we haven't gotten any trouble for turning any fake currency yet or anything like that, right?
Yeah. Well, I know what it looks like.
Alright.
Don't you worry. Always watch
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So your tokens are there and there. Perfect. You will see your friend Gaul as he is actually leaving the Fighters Guild. And he says, "Oh, you've decided to enter.
Of course.
Ah, and you brought a friend.
Yes.
He's such a wee man. It will be fun kicking his balls up and down the sand," is what he'll say.
Do not let this mighty mini size fool you. He is a very brave and strong man.
Are you saying he's like a rabid goblin?
I might be.
Oh, speaking of, there is a goblin in the tournament. I can't wait to rip him to shreds.
Oh, well, If there's anything less than a bear, I should be okay.
Oh, haven't had a bear in here in a long time.
Ah,
They're fun to fight. Have you ever fought a bear?
they are. They're very fun to fight.
Oh, there was this traveler who came here with a bear. He was so adorable.
Oh.
His name was Bear. Do you believe that?
I believe it. I've also met a bear named Bear as well.
What's the chances? This world is so small. 2 bears named Bear.
Yes.
I can't believe it.
I know that bear, he really put a beating on me last time.
Oh, that's so bad. Anyway, I've got some things to do. I'll see you later tonight.
Kelbrix, we should be prepared for a bear.
You should
Quite-
have asked when Bear was there.
Quite positive that
He's
Bear
too
will be
stupid to
here.
put. He's too stupid to put 2 and 2
Yeah.
together. He's not too stupid, but he's not too bright to.
Quite positive that Bear will be here.
You might see another bear named Bear. Chances of 3.
Sorry. The visual.
Zombie bear coming at him.
Alright, let's see. Alright, so 2 of you will be shopping and browsing around. This will give you your opportunity to segue into anything you wanted to ask that you didn't get to ask last time. Just throw that out there.
Oh, what happened? What happened when she went to see Elvis?
Horrible things. That's what she says.
Yeah, I gathered that much. Anything of importance? Give me the cliff notes.
Can you give me the... so she is going to... Pull something up here. Okay. Ooh. Okay, cool. So the 2 of you will be strolling around just looking at different things and shops and kind of walking, and you kind of go to that. Give me an insight check first of all. Because her demeanor changes. It's an emotional shift to where she just feels like you can see something. I hope you can see something. Insight.
21.
Oh. It is an emotional breakdown, like a vulnerability, a painful kind of like this wave of all these emotions to where she tears well in her eyes. Like it was, whatever it was pretty powerful. She tells you, I went to go find Elvis, and when I got there, I was immediately apprehended, and men had taken away to the dungeons, as I had stated before. I was unable to locate him, but I could hear him in the distance, very far in the distance. They were doing unimaginable things, trying to interrogate him as well. I wasn't quite positive of all the things that had been taking place until they started doing some of the things to try to get information out about me and you, Kelbrix, and Gorath. And that's when she just kind of gets quiet, like she's like not sure what more to say, how much she could say without kind of breaking down. At this time, you will feel something pressed against your back, as if it's slightly pointy. It's pressed against your back.
Great.
You will hear a whisper from behind say, "Always keep your guard up, little sister." And you will turn to see that he has, with that roll that I rolled on the screen there, he has successfully slipped up, beating your passive perception. Your horses are at the stable, is what he says. His hood is drawn as well, and he kind of keeps his gaze down. And where are the others? We should be traveling together. Splitting the party is a bad idea, that's what he's saying.
You're still in town.
Okay, well, how far are you down? Like, the rule number 1 or 2 on the list of things not to do is don't split the party.
Calm down. They want to go enter a tournament.
He, like, immediately knows, like, oh, no. not that one.
I mean, hopefully our wanted posters haven't made it all the way up here.
No, not that far yet. Is there a place you're staying? I assume we're going to be here for at least another night, is what he says.
Yeah. We're staying in a inn over there somewhere.
Okay, you give him the general directions and name.
You're like, lucky you. There's an extra bed.
Oh, it's like someone like the gods wanted it to happen. Two of you, be careful. He will make his way over towards the end. I will see you there.
I will give him a gold to get that room. Because we only have the room we had rented. We only rented it for one night.
Oh, fair enough. Okay. He'll take the gold.
Before I hand it to him, I'll be like, this is for the room.
Of course.
Not for you.
No, I get that. I understand.
For the room.
Come on.
I don't trust you.
Okay, takes the gold, pockets the gold, heads in the direction. At this time, Syndra has kind of like drifted away, like 5-10 feet away, doing her own thing, given kind of the conversation you had was a little bit private than we realized.
Syndra, come back.
She's that far, you can catch up with her.
I will follow after her.
Right?
You said you believed what he was saying, and I'll just like vaguely gesture the way you went.
So, I wasn't able to see much, but I was able to catch conversations loosely. And the conversations about the, I'll look up my notes. Anyway, we'll screw this up. Work this hard to keep continuity sort of straight. And there we go. And click it. Let's see. The Archmage. Amulet. Emerald Brew. That's what you'll say. Which is the head of the Arcanist, the current seat of power, if you will. Was speaking with the headmaster of schools, which was confusing to me. That's what she says. Apparently there's, based off of what I could hear, there's quite a bit of involvement, or he has been seen at her side a lot, or they've been seen conversating and spending a lot of time together, which was extremely confusing at first, but then I realized that the Arcanists do deal a lot with the schools of magic. This is how they get some of their recruits, things like that. But some of the conversations that were taking place were from some of the guards or interrogators that were walking down the hall or whatever in this dungeon. And some of them are a little suspicious on how much time the two have been spending together. But that's all I really know about that. I don't like some of the conversations that are taking place about this because it just feels as if there's some sort of compromise or something taking place behind the scenes. It could just be me being paranoid or suspicious, but I feel there's something more to what your brother has to say. I feel as if he's, regardless of his ulterior motives, he's gone to a whole lot of trouble to get to this point. And I'm usually a pretty good judge of character, if you remember what Opposite said.
I do. Sounds like something you may need to speak with Kelbrix about. He had a...
What has happened to him? He's completely changed. Not that it's not a good look for him, is what she says on the slice about.
Oh? You like him all rough and ready?
I mean, I didn't say that, no. Oh, look, it's on sale. And she turns and looks at something.
I'll grab her before she turns and be like, seriously though, Kelbrix did change.
I can see that.
He's no longer following Morgana.
That's okay.
So, you may not like what happens later. He's definitely angrier.
He's a little more aggressive, I've noticed, is what she'll say.
But Silly has been following him.
She looks to you and kind of puts her hand on your shoulder. And she says, Cillian. Oh, that's not good, that's what she says.
Well,
Followers of him. Well, that's not good.
that's something you'll have to bring up with him.
Potentially.
Can't do much about it now.
Well, alright then.
Anyway, there was a sale.
Look here, there. 2 silver. Normally 4. Half price.
Woo-woo.
This will be enough to segue the two of you, I'm assuming, kind of making your way back to rejoin, or do you have other ulterior motives yourselves, being Kelbrix and Gorath?
No, then just sign up and we'll come back and rejoin.
Alright, cool. You guys will do so.
Alright.
And it won't be long. You guys will catch up with and see both Ari and Syndra. Probably at this point, kind of in a good place. They seem to be having a good time, occasional laughter, or kind of looking at things, conversating, I would assume. And the party will get back together. Syndra says, "Oh, you've returned."
Yes, we gained our entry into the tournament, so it should be rather...
A note: the tournament is called the Fist of Fury tournament.
Okay. The Fist of Fury. So, should be a fun time, I think.
It'll be very fun. It'll be a very fun time.
Our horses have arrived.
Yes.
Oh,
They're stable.
In the stables. If Gorath would like to keep a gentle steed, then we may need to pay for that stable as well. We only did one night, right?
we did, yes.
Perhaps maybe I go talk to the stable hand and owner of the stables, and we can work some sort of deal, maybe trade the other horses.
Sure.
Maybe they could always use some horses. I'll try to get at least half the price of the horses, or either services or something like that in exchange.
We'll need to keep one of those other ones, yeah.
Yes, I'm assuming Gentle Steed will be one
Gentle
of them.
Steed should be one, and we can keep Dwarven Horse.
Dwarven horse, yes. Should we keep
We should probably
Friend and Elvish or
We should
Barrett?
keep
Which
Friend
one?
and Elvish.
Okay, Friend and Elvish. I will see what I can do for Barrett.
Don't forget, we have Xeris coming with
Yeah,
us.
that's why we
That's
were
why we
keeping
arranged.
Friend and Elvish.
Yeah, he's...
I'm
Oh, okay.
pointing that out to Gorath.
Oh, okay. So Syndra will kind of move past and through the group, kind of nodding and smiling, and she's going to head towards the stables. She'll start working on that deal. Maybe the 3 of you up to her own devices and troublemakings.
Well,
Yay.
how was shopping?
So Syndra thinks the head of the Arcanists has been talking with the head of the schools, magic schools.
Okay. That doesn't...
And it's suspicious because they've been spending lots of time together.
Okay.
I'll tell you what,
had,
give me an insight check
For me or him?
for Kelbrix.
That's shit. 3 plus, I'm pretty sure, 6 for a total of 9.
That's usually how math works.
Yes. I had to verify that it was a plus 6.
Okay.
It's
Go ahead, Ari. I think you were on the right track, same page.
You have that one journal
Mm-hmm.
from the dude who also is like something or another, right?
Yeah, I do still have the
Don't know if you
journal
ever,
of
like,
Bristol
told us about
Ironclad
it, so
that I've been reading on occasion. And
things.
back
Trying
to
to
the
find it.
notes.
Targus? Greylord?
Tarmagos.
Tarmagos?
Great. Correct.
Yes, Tomergrass Grey Ward, potential new president of the School of Magic. It was originally Carissa, his wife, but she became sick. Don't know what happened with her though.
Disease. Dying.
Yes.
Correct.
And yeah, that's pretty much all I got from that instance of reading. I know I've said that I've gone and reviewed back, but we haven't actually discussed any of the other information that was in there.
That's pretty much the bulk of the journal that you acquired. There may be more details to where the writer of the journal basically says, I don't like the fact that he could become the president. There's something about him. He's very manipulative, controlling. He's obsessive at some points. He's completely obsessive with his wife. There's things like that that are just personal feelings or insights based off the writer of the journal, which was the dwarf and helping with his name.
Crystal Ironclad.
Yeah.
There you go. Crystal Ironclad. Yep. So you're getting the indication as the journal plays on the more you read. There's some personal insight in there. I don't like the fit for the headmaster or president of the schools, but it sounds essentially based off what kind of Syndrome may be saying that he may have attained that. He may be the headmaster,
and now is talking up the Archmage, which is that what was it, the name of the Archmage?
Amunet. Emerald Bloom. So, which, as Ari could probably confirm what she learned from Syndra, it's not completely out of the norm. Curtis, obviously you're going to magic school and the Arcanist and all this stuff like that. But
The guards thought it was weird, and she thinks there was some compromise or something behind the
Yeah,
scenes.
he's worming his way in to, eventually become the new head Archmage. And eventually she's going to, become mysteriously sick and worm his way in for that. And now this dude is the Archmage.
Ari, I will have you make an insight check as well.
Okay.
I'm trying to put all this together here for you. Fairly.
19.
Okay. Now that the name Tarmakos Greyroar has appeared a couple times here in conversation, you said you had what?
19.
Okay. You're remembering that the head priestess name, her last name was? Correct.
Oh, I forgot about that.
And with your insight being so, I think I have. I just wanted to refresh the brains.
Yeah, I think we pointed that out at one point.
Have you put anything together on that? I'm assuming no, because you've forgotten that part.
No.
I will say
We
the
also thought
insight.
she was weird, though.
Yes,
So
correct.
if he placed her there, or helped
You
her
get
there,
the feeling after encountering her a time or two, and then kind of the stuff there's a potential there could be some sort of relationship there as far as a child. That's what your insight will kind of reveal, or something like that.
Sounds like this family's trying to take over the world.
Yeah, Isabella.
Correct. High Priestess Isabella Greyroar. She was the head priestess of the Soul Shepherds inside of Landgate as Kelbrix's brain begins to start unlocking and recanting things. And the two of you sleuthing together start building this. As Gorath eats his meat on a stick and is like a happy 7-year-old at a fair.
Picking the meat up and eating the rest of it. If I stab it right here.
They also had Elvis. But I don't know if they still have him.
Oh boy.
Also, Syndra apparently likes her new look.
Oh boy.
Shoot.
Okay
What
then.
now?
Any other thing you guys want to do as far as like questions or role playing things through?
No. Okay.
I'll say 20 minutes has passed easily. And Cinder will make her way back and she will hand over 25 gold pieces. Or 2 platinum, 2 plus, like blah. Here we go. Here's the platinum. Here's 2 and 5 gold. 4 and 5. Alright, so 25 is what she hands over. The stables have been maintained for another evening. That is the difference. The services are being provided. The extra stall, all the things are taken care of, is what she says.
Nice.
Is everything okay? It looks as if something disturbing is taking place. I've seen these looks before. That's
Just
what she says.
piecing together information.
Well, I'm part of the team. She looks to Gorath.
It's very much part of the team.
Yes.
Nom, 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 nom.
Perhaps you should chime me in on this. No?
Well, I was telling Kelbrix kind of what you had told me.
You didn't.
My only, brief things.
She blushes slightly. That's not true. Deny all of it.
It was just the Archmage, but okay.
Yes, that's all true. All true.
And, well, have you heard of Soul Priestess Isabella?
Yeah, she was there.
I mean, I forgot about that part.
She knows because she introduced you to her.
Right.
Yes.
Slightly.
Oh, yeah.
In episode, I don't know. Look through our library and look. It's there, trust me.
Episode Ari was dead.
5, 6.
Yeah, that one.
8,
That was the,
7. Yeah.
near Malway, who's now dead, encounter.
That was.
Yeah.
Yes, and
It's a circle.
yeah. So she's probably daughter or something of the head of the schools of magic.
Oh, yes, definitely. She will confirm that.
Yes, and
Well, they're all evil. Well, they're all evil. That's my plan.
it's a possibility that they're influencing 2 of the largest factions in Alteratus, the Soul Shepherds, as well as the Arcanists. At this point.
Well, I'm pretty sure. Let me look through my brain here. He also sits on several councils, is what she says.
Perfect. He's also probably
He is part of the Academician Delegation, which is a collection of various professors and things from the school that work hand in hand in advising the Royal Syndicate on matters involving magics. If you want me to spell that, I can. It's very difficult to say.
Yes, please.
ACADEM.
ACA what? ACADEM?
ICIAN. Academician.
I was close.
Delegation.
So this is essentially like I said, like a collection or a group or a council of all the high professors within the school that are consulted with. They're part of meetings and things that involve not only the Royal Syndicate, but also the Arcanist are also involved. Now, since he's the headmaster, or he's typically like the leader part of that group or faction.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Is he for the use of magical items? Historically, has he been for that, or has he been against it?
You're asking Senra.
Yes.
She's going to say everything that I've heard, and that's not much because she tries to stay out of politics, is that he wishes for order and structure and supports the Arcanist, is what she says.
We had the same thought.
Huh?
I said, I think we had the same thought.
Huh. Interesting. Well, we shall see.
Could be a cover.
Could be. At the same time, I could see him being all for that since he is a high-ranking member of this group that has access to all of the fancy magical items. You know, those with power like to keep power generally, and like to keep it to themselves generally.
That's very true.
So, yeah.
I would like to find a magic shop.
There are some on the eastern side.
Back to the east.
Would you like to
Okay.
come with?
Yep. The party will travel together, I'm assuming, unless Gorath has...
No, I'm going with you guys.
Why is there a magic shop? Magic is not allowed.
Magic is allowed. It's just in control.
Yeah.
So you guys will make your way. Go right over here in this direction to this little two-story quaint blue building that is, like most of these buildings, a nice homestead that's been converted into a business. The magic shop will be run by an elf, female, probably equivalent to a middle-aged female as you enter in. The store is well organized and very particular. There is comforting smells of like lilac or lavender that are being burned as incense to kind of give a very home, comfortable, relaxing feeling when you enter. She has just multiple shelves and kind of displays of various potions and magical items. Prices are reasonable, within 10 to 15 gold, cheaper than most. And then there's also a sign that says negotiations always welcome. That's hanging above the door. Welcome to my shop, is what she says.
Hello. I have this ring.
She takes a look at the ring.
I would like to know what is on it.
Oh, it would cost 25 gold for me to tell you. Services are not free, I'm sorry. But I will guarantee that you will not be disappointed.
Fair enough, I guess. I will pull out 25 gold. It's not a coin.
I don't even remember what I put on this thing. It's been so long.
I haven't had anyone be able to look at it.
There is one potion of,
There's
or one.
one slot.
When you
Charge
put,
of
yeah, I was going to
cure
say, you
wounds.
put something on there.
One slot of cure wounds.
Yes.
I will. I know I can.
25.
This is the episode that we go through all of the gold we have saved.
Which wasn't much.
Well,
Let's.
Alright. I know I wrote this down somewhere. I don't have time to look for it, but I'm pretty sure I remember what I put on this thing.
fireball.
I think that was one of them.
Nice. Have that for me.
was a spell of fireball put on it. And I think there was 5 levels worth of spell stored on it. Because I remember rolling max and doing that. The fireball's what, a 3rd or a 4th level?
By default, 3rd.
Yes, that would be correct. And then there was I'm pretty sure I stored a magic missile on it. Which would have been a 1st, I think. And that left 1 to be stored as a cure wounds. So that's what's on it. There's a fireball, a magic missile, and a cure wounds.
Okay.
Would you like to sell this ring? She says, very curious.
I would not.
Are you sure?
I am sure.
Okay. I can offer you a fine bit of gold for it.
I am less sure. But I still think not.
I can offer you 1,000 gold, 100 platinum. Or I can trade for an item in the shop. Have something a little bit more.
I will look around.
Most of the items here are like of rare value, but she tells you the really good things are not in the shop. And she kind of gives you this look to where she's like, I got a secret stash of stuff that I can't really
I will be like, yes.
Okay. So she will look to you and she will tell you to follow her. She will lead you into the back room.
Can I make sure she's not gonna like
Steal it?
yeah,
Kill it. Yeah, sure,
try
go ahead. You
attack
can make
me
it
or something first?
Make an insight check.
No, that's a nat 23.
Oh, she's a business.
Okay,
woman.
just make
Oh,
sure.
nice lady.
She knows and she tells you you can't be too cautious these days. What we're dealing with here is slightly illegal.
Yeah, only slightly.
Like the ring you're carrying is borderline, is what she says.
Yeah.
Especially when we're traveling with
Arcanist.
an individual carrying an Arcanist symbol.
Yeah. So she takes you back into this room, and there is a small a collection of small collection of various rings. There are some potions. There's some weapons and a few pieces of armament. Where would you like to look? Like it's probably like a 12 by 12 room that's got just various stuff kind of displayed nicely.
You said weapons, armor, and what?
There's weapons, armors, there's some potions, and rings.
I would like to look at the armor.
Okay. So there is armor of cold resistance. There's armor of invulnerability. She saw that you perked up at that, so she begins to.
That's interesting.
She begins to read.
Just move on.
The
The cold one?
cold one's gonna be very nice.
Yes, but I'd rather not get killed.
You have resistance to non-magical damage while you wear the armor. Additionally, you can use an action to make yourself immune to non-magical damage for 10 minutes, or until you no longer wear the armor. Once the special action is used, it cannot be used again until the next time.
That sounds handy.
It is plate armor, which I think may be out of your...
It's out of my proficiencies.
I would definitely be willing to trade that. I haven't come across what you have in quite some time. And I'm more interested on a personal level than anything else, is what she says. So she will tell you that... Let's see what other armor they have. Let's kind of 2 pieces, I think. Armor of resistance. So that's all she has for armor, those 2 pieces. Weapons. She has a... Okay, here's what you see. You walk over and you see a beautiful looking sword. And it has like this blue, beautiful jewel that's egg-shaped kind of in the center of the cross arms. It looks like the cross arms, I guess, are like wings, like angelic wings. And it's beautiful looking. And she refers to that one as a dancing sword. Then she shows you, she says, perhaps sword is not your thing. So she takes you over and points you to exotic looking kind of curved dagger blade, and she tells you not to touch the blade and be careful because it's poisonous. So it is a dagger of venom. And then she will take you and show you one other weapon, and it will be a not on that page. It is a short sword, and it is beautifully designed, and it has another like blue jewel, egg-shaped jewel inside of its kind of cross-section there. And it doesn't look any more like special than just a really nice or finely made sword, but she explains to you that this is a defender. That's what she says. This one will require a little bit more than just trading in the ring, she says, if you're interested. So she'll explain to you it's considered a +3 short sword. And not only that, the first time you attack with the sword on each of your turns, you can transfer some or all of the sword's bonus to your armor class instead of using the bonus on the attack that turn. So for example, you could reduce the bonus to your attack and damage rolls by +1 and gain a +2 to your AC. And the adjusted bonus remains in effect until the start of your next turn, although you must hold the sword to gain the bonus to your AC. But it is a legendary item. She really wants that ring, but would need some other type of trade or compensation, favor, etc., etc. If that's what you're interested in. Most of her potions are pretty, stronger healing potions. She's got a couple of those. There's a couple potions of like invisibility. There is. I'm trying to get there. Oh, let's see. Potion of climbing. Nothing like super crazy with the potions, but a little bit more than either she's got out in her inventory or she finds them extra special.
One second.
Holding.
Looking around.
Yeah.
I saw 2 rings of the feather.
Yeah.
So I will ask her if the ring of spell storing and one of the rings of the feather would be good for the short sword.
She's interested in the ring of the feather because it's something she's never seen before. It's
Okay.
completely unique. So she likes both of them, but she still needs just the extra cherry on top, and she would make the deal in a heartbeat. Perhaps a few hundred gold or
100.
I mean, this is a legendary item. The value, it could be considered.
Rings.
This will definitely
One of
put you
which-
on the Arcanist's kill and take that weapon list.
Yes.
Well,
It will definitely benefit you in the long run.
No. This would have been a fantastic, hey, I have this nice spear.
oh, well, I also
Try to-
wanted the rapier, so now I will have multiple wings. When you say a few hundred gold, how much gold do you want?
She would settle for 200 extra gold. If you could muster up 200 extra gold plus the ring trade in,
Just both the rings?
yes. Or if you had a tuning fork, you
No.
take the tuning
My
fork.
tuning fork.
Okay.
We need them still.
Just saying.
Yeah, and we probably
What
need
about-
the chime of opening just to be safe.
100 extra gold.
And
And the 2 rings.
that's going to take a persuasion. 15 or better. If you can hit 15 or higher, she'll make the deal.
Where's my persuasion so low? 15!
Okay. You're very persuasive. You feed her whatever line it is, kind of put the sad face on whatever it is, fine.
You've
She'll take
never seen one of these rings.
the Jedi mind trick.
They're incredibly
Takes the
rare
100
and
gold,
powerful.
takes the
Wait,
rings.
I don't know if I have 100 gold.
Oh, better have 100 gold. She's like, Kelbrix! I need 100 gold! Gorath's like, no, I need more. I need money to buy meat.
I just spent all my money. We give everything to Ari.
Hang on, I think I got it. 8,
We give everything to Ari, or else she'll take it from us.
9. Come on, I can have a platinum in here. No, I've got it. I got it.
This is from the horses.
I mean, I got it.
Alright,
Okay.
Okay, how would I use one of them? Can you get it?
Sure.
there you go. 100 gold. She takes the platinum in exchange.
5,
2 rings.
6, 7,
Spell story.
9, 10.
Perfect. Now you own a short sword defender.
And I'm down to rings that I kind of liked. But
Never used the ring of spell storing.
I couldn't. I didn't know what was on it.
I
No.
didn't want to risk it.
I didn't know if I could
Risk
just
all of a
use it.
sudden using a freaking fireball trying to revive somebody. That would have gone over well.
Delete that.
Okay. Anybody else want to do any more shopping?
I will walk back out and be sad about it.
Sad but happy at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay. Then time will pass. And I think what we'll do is kind of have everything kind of leading up to the big Fist of Fury tournament. But I think this would be a good time for us to end this chapter of our tale, and we'll pick back up next time to see who wins the tournament. Ari is really going to hope that the winners are either Gorath
Yeah.
or Kelbrix, because
I just spent a lot of money hoping you guys win.
Let's use this fancy new short sword.